I, Mrs. Rutuja Gadgir, Assistant Professor from Department of Electrical Engineering, will be discussing Regula-Falsi method and derive the iterative formula for the same. Starting with Regula-Falsi method, it is also called as the method of false position. It is one of the oldest method for solving polynomial and transcendental equations. So it is one of the oldest method. It comes under the category of bracketed method. I have told you what is bracketed method. When you take interval for calculating the root of the equation, those method comes under the category of bracketed method. And let us see what is the principle of this method. It says that any portion of smooth curve, any portion of smooth curve is practically a straight line, for short distance. So what we are doing is, this is our function y is equal to f of x, right? We are taking a small part of the curve and approximating it to be a straight line. So I have joined the coordinates x0, f of x0 and x1, comma f of x1, and I have intersected that line on x-axis to give me the point x2. So x2 becomes our first approximation to the root. x2 becomes our first approximation to the root. Right? Now, to find out the slope of the line, we have studied that. Slope of the line is given as difference of y coordinates upon difference of x coordinates. So we will be writing the slope. We will be writing the slope for the line which we have drawn, right? Taking the coordinates x0, f of x0, x1, f of x1. So we get the difference of y coordinates as f of x1 minus f of x0 upon x1 minus x0, right? Now this chord intersects the x-axis, at x2, right? Then we will write the equation of the chord, right? We will write the equation of the chord, which is given as y minus y0 is equal to m into x minus of x0. Now we have found out the slope of the line, right? And I am going to substitute at x is equal to x2, y will be equal to 0, because we have seen that x2 is a point on x-axis, and when the point is on x-axis, its y coordinate is 0. So substituting these values in the equation of the line, you get 0 minus y0 is equal to, the slope of the line is f of x1 minus f of x0 upon x1 minus x0 into x minus x0, and for x I am substituting x2. Rearranging the terms, when we rearrange the terms, you get for y0, I am going to substitute f of x0. So 0 minus f of x0 is equal to f of x1 minus f of x0 upon x1 minus x0 into x2 minus x0. We will rearrange the terms. When I rearrange the terms, I get it as minus f of x0 into x1 minus x0 upon f of x1 minus f of x0 is equal to x2 minus x0. Now we know the value of x1, we know the value of x0, we know the value of f of x1, we know the value of f of x0. Only unknown in our case is what? X2. So we will solve for what? We will solve for x2. So your x2 will be equal to x0 minus f of x0 into x1 minus x0 upon f of x1 minus f of x0. From this you will get it as x0 into f of x1 minus f of x0 minus f of x0 into x1 plus x0 into f of x0 divided by f of x1 minus f of x0, which will give you x0 into f of x1 minus x0 into f of x0 minus x1 into f of x0 plus x0 into f of x0 upon f of x1 minus f of x0. These two terms will cancel each other. So finally you will get x2 is equal to x0 f of x1 minus x1 f of x0 upon f of x1 minus f of x0. From this you will get the value for x2. Then you will check whether f of x2 into f of x0 is less than 0 or f of x2 into f of x1 is less than 0. Now if you look into the graph which we have drawn, this is our point x2. If I take it on the function, this becomes my x2 comma f of x2. So if you see, f of x2 is negative, f of x1 is also negative. So the condition f of x2 into f of x1 is not satisfied, but the condition f of x2 into f of x0 gets satisfied. So what you do for the next approximation is, you will take the point x2 and x0 and draw one more chord, right? This will give you the point x3, right? So you will see we started with x0, x1, we came to the point x2, from that we will get the point x3. Slowly we will approach towards the root of the equation. But when you are doing this, you have to keep on checking the condition whether the points which you are taking or the interval which you are taking, the values of the function are of opposite sign. This is required for regular Falsy method. How long you will continue with this? You will continue with this process unless and until you get the answer the same for at least 2 iterations, right? With this we come to the end of the iterative formula for regular Falsy method. Thank you.